It took a sleepless week of data crunching, but I eventually tracked down the location of my friends, locked away in the mysterious towers of Prague. At the moment, they're the unwilling guests of Interpol's most renowned prison warden, the Contessa. While still a criminal psychology student, she entered into a whirlwind romance and married a wealthy aristocrat. Sadly, the union was short-lived, as the general suspiciously died a few weeks after the ceremony. The widowed Contessa put her education and newly acquired estate to work by opening a criminal rehabilitation center. Her pioneering use of hypnotherapy has produced some good results and subsequently earned her a prominent position within Interpol. My friends are locked up somewhere in the clinic and are slated for the Contessa's Good Samaritan brainwashing. If I don't bust them out soon, they'll be working a 9-to-5 job selling shoes, and I'll be our two best friends.
So here it is. Test of friendship. Bentley's gonna bust Sly Murray out of prison. So here, normally it starts to slide, but since that's not the case, it puts you at the cell loot and such, which, yeah, I didn't sell the items I had last time. Now, the power-ups here, you have our Adrenaline Burst, which pretty much you get like a crazy burst of speed for a short period of with this Bentley. It still makes noise from the guards, but it pretty much is like a hasty getaway or just to get around the map or world faster. Next is Murray's Atlas Strength, which this gives him the ability to jump while carrying enemies. Also, it doesn't tell you to, but you actually can run too with Atlas Strength. And finally, Sly's on the alarm clock, which you get to pretty much make a noise. The alarm clock will make noise, and the enemies will draw to it. So now, once you're ready, you just press left or right, and then choose Bentley to start episode 4 Jailbreak.
I should make my way over to the Contessa's house. Maybe I'll pick up a few leads on the location of Sly and Murray.
Yeah, and then the game's gonna save, and the market's gonna be over there. Is Eavesdrop on Contessa. Now, again, Bentley can't pickpocket nor can Sly or do all his abilities, so basically, there is again no point of trying to get again. Here, I'm not actually gonna go for the balls. Also, watch out for the train. It will OCO you. Now for German version, just press the button, and you can see Bentley runs like super fast. And actually, might as well mention, your flashlight guards are vultures, and then your guards that have 4 hits from Sly's cane are wolves with medieval flails. Or I guess you just call them a flail. And then finally, the third guard is a bat. Which, yeah, they're the weakest ones. But the thing about them is, they don't need megaphones. They can screech. Bats naturally can screech, so they can actually... Everyone you encounter can possibly screech to call other guards to you. Be careful not to get caught by the bats. And also... The thing too about these guards is that you may find wolves sleeping. Do not walk in front of them. They will see you and awaken. Well, they're not asleep per se. They just don't move. Another thing too over here is, I advise do not walk on this bridge because some of these statues will break, like, some of these wolves will come to life, breaking out of these statue form, and they'll attack you. It's advised you to go around, unless you want to fight some wolves or just run from them. Yeah, see, the guy saw me. Also, there's a statue too. Also, oh yeah, they can't spit out spiders. There we go. Oh, that was a ruckus. Where, I might as well mention that too. Wolves do not fly when you hit them, they just slide. So you can't, like, launch them off. Okay, now, here's the Contessa's house. All you gotta do is make your way to the top. Be careful of these spike traps, they will hurt you if you walk on them. And now, once you get to the top, what you want to do is get over here and jump right here to this scaffolding. You'll be able to get to her, this antenna of her satellite antenna. You can go from the spider web and you can start the first job.
Aha! The Contessa is out making her rounds. Wait a second. The feathers on my sleep darts vibrate near sounds. If I maintain my position on top of this parabolic dish, I should be able to hear that frequency at a distance. This is great. If I tag the Contessa with my darts, I'll be able to listen in on whatever she says. I might even learn where she's locked up Sly and Murray.
Yeah, and apparently she doesn't like feel those darts and like actually kill you or arrest you. Now, one thing about this too is if you jump off, you fail. So pretty much, once you start this job, stay on here and shoot her.
The claw gun is falling apart. Spy shipments have overstocked. I never would have joined if I'd known it would be this easy to disrupt the plan. At least the Cooper gang is under lock and key. Their lopsided morality flies in the face of man's inherent selfishness. Ah well, they'll see it my way soon enough.
Yeah, what do you know? She's part of the claw gang. And she's a cop.
Those fools at Interpol. They keep sending me criminals and I keep making money. How come no one ever thought of this before? Hypnotize criminals and force them to reveal where they've hidden their fortune. I'm a genius. If only I had more spice to help me with the hypnosis.
And then, oh look, yay, more evil. She doesn't do rehabilitation. She just steals her money.
That blasted Cooper gun. The fat one. What's his name? Murray. Yes, Murray. He'll be the first to break. I should spend a few sessions probing that feeble mind. I can only imagine the wealth that gang has accumulated over the years.
Murray's targeted. Especially, you know, they do spice. Again, as Sly said, keep that stuff away from Murray.
That's Sly Cooper. Such a complex and rebellious mind. A month or two in the hole should break his spirit. Let him squat there week after week. He's seen that the guards along the wall all have motion detectors. There is no escape. Slowly, the reality of his captivity will set in, and I'll get to work on his mind.
And this is it.
Inconceivable! She's no healthcare professional! Why, that's the most heinous crime I've ever heard of! Putting inmates into hypnosis so they'll tell her where they've stashed their loot! It dishonors both law enforcement and thieves at the same time. I should get to work and figure out a way to break Sly out of the hole.
Indeed. So your next job is to head back to the safe house to do train hack. He goes, yes, you gotta go. You go from the safe house to the Contessa's house and then back. Actually, here might as well trigger the wolves if they will come. Oh, did he? Okay. Also, I guess one thing to mention is there are barrels around here, which you can break or you can jump in. The only downside is you cannot move. You can only just jump in and stay in them, just to avoid getting caught. So now here's train hack, and there's the train.
That computer is part of a control system for the electromagnetic train. By hacking all the terminals along the train tracks, I should be able to reverse their polarity, thereby turning the train into a giant projectile. Without question, its impact on the prison walls should create a hole large enough for Sly to escape through.
So yeah, the first step is to make a hole for Sly to get out of before we take care of the guards with the motion sensor. So you just go to the terminal and press the circle button to hack.
Nothing like a good computer hack job. Now, the left analog stick should control my cyber avatar.
Yes. Now, insert to the green slots to open the doors.
I'll have to hack through these barrier nodes. I should move the right analog stick in the direction I want to unleash my hacker code.
Arrow pretty much shows you where you're shooting, what direction you're shooting at. The right analog stick.
By using both analog sticks at the same time, I'll be able to move and shoot in different directions.
So yeah, so you won't be a standing target and get killed. Where if you lose all your HP, you will just respawn at the beginning and everything will reset from the hack. So now here, that's the first part.
That's one down. The train should be picking up speed.
It's advised you don't get on the train tracks. Try to stay away from them for now. Again, getting ran over kills you instantly. So now here's 2. You simply just like run through and shoot. And there.
2 down, 4 more to go.
And okay. Stuck in the gap. Here's number 3. Here now you have the second type of enemy. Well, I guess you have firewall, and then you have the turrets, and now you have like speed security codes. They're pretty much just gonna run into you to die and hurt you. Don't worry, you don't die instantly.
That should speed up the train by at least 50%.
Now, the next part is you have to head through the train tracks. This is where you want to wait for the train to come on by. Now you have a mixture. It's best to get rid of the turrets first, and then you And then any speedruns that come by, you shoot them, and then shoot the fireball. Okay, it's fair.
Just 2 more terminals.
Now, yeah, I would say I advise you wait for the train to come by you, like in that direction, then make a break for it, because the exit is actually nearby. Yeah, right there, and then it will immediately come right back. Yeah, as you can see how it's taking a bit for it to come back. And then another thing is, actually I didn't point it, actually didn't see it. Now here, this is where you can find the vault. You can enter here. You actually don't need a certain job. Well, I guess technically you do need a certain job. You have to do the job that saves Sly to actually get the chance to get all 2 balls to get into the vault. Now, another enemy here is one of Contessa's tanks. If you get caught by that red light, it will shoot at you, and it does. It takes half of your rifle. It takes half of your health, as in pretty much a whole half chunk of it. Basically, it's a 2-shot kill, like 2-shot and kill enemy. And then the thing is, it will shoot you from a distance. Like even if you get caught by a red light and run from it, it will still aim at you from a distance and shoot at you. And then lastly, do not try standing on the tank. If you do, it will just create an electrifying barrier around it and it will shock you. Yes, this tank is lethal. Just don't get caught by it. Now you have moving drones that can shoot at you, and they have life. As an aid, takes more than 1 shot. But you see, they're pretty slow. There we go. Now, one more.
Yes, the train's at full speed. Now, on to reverse the field's polarity.
Yeah, now it's at 100%. I gotta get let this train going by really fast. Also hiding there. Okay. Final part. You have to insert Bentley's hacker avatar into these 2 keys. And then you gotta shoot this fireball down while avoiding the security codes. Once you do that, head on to the next bit. Actually, no, this is it. Never mind. So here we go, reversing the polarity.
What a beautiful trajectory!
And the trajectory couldn't be any better. So it busts the hole right where the hole is. You know, where Sly is. So now the final job for Bentley for this episode. Well, as in before the operation. Is wall behind. And actually, I forgot to mention, the vultures have crossbows for their weapon. And the thing about them is, When you hit them, they will shoot immediately at you, just like the first guards. Not like the rhino that like uses his horn when you hit him to rebuttal against your attack.
All the guards along the prison wall are outfitted with a motion tracking device. There's no way for Sly to escape. Unless I take those guys out with my RC chopper.
Now be careful, there are a lot of projectiles and missiles coming at you. You just gotta bomb the guards. Remember, to dodge missiles, you have to turn sharply. As for the guards, you gotta get to them and then drop bombs on them twice. So don't worry if you take minor damage. Be more concerned not getting hit by the missiles. Because again, getting hit by the missiles do a lot of HP. And as you can see, when we kill a guard, the red motion sensors start disappearing. And yeah, that's like a direct shot on the missile. There, okay. Just one more. Where is he? There it is. Now the other half of wall bombing, which is just get slide back to the safe house.
Sly, can you read me?
How I missed that sensuous voice of yours.
Save the jocular comments for later. Do you see that hook above the train?
Yeah?
It's your only means of escape. Jump and hit the circle button to grab hold. Then swing onto the back of the train. I've already established a safe house and downloaded its GPS coordinates into your binocucom. We'll rendezvous there.
Wow, you've really thought of everything.
Don't I always?
Yeah, you do. Thanks for busting me out.
Oh, well, you know the old saying, if you can't count on a friend to bust you out of jail, what kind of a friend are they?
Truer words were never said, wizard.
Oh, such an amazing line. Back at Cairo. So now, yeah, again, jump, hit the circle, and just swing on the hooks, and now just make your way to the safe house. Again, this job is not complete until you help Sly get back to the safe house. I mean, you could go for the 30 clue bottles now if you want to, but I'll do it after I complete this job, wall bombing, and get the first briefing. Now, if you're trying to do the job of the wall bombing, you're unable to do well.
Okay, here's the situation. I've done some deep database crunching and figured out that Murray is doing time at Cell Block D. Getting him out is going to be tough. As you know, he's not very light on his feet. First, we'll need to get Murray into an isolation cell away from the other inmates. Second, I'll need you to get a sample of the Contessa's encryption algorithm. Don't worry, I'll explain later. Third, you'll need to pickpocket a few keys from the Contessa, but watch out for her pack of bodyguards. And fourth, you'll have to deactivate her giant attack robot. No, really, Sly, I'm serious. The Contessa has a giant attack robot. It just looks like a water tower. Now, once you've pulled off all these jobs, we'll be ready to make a play for the big guy.
Okay, I was saying, I meant to say, if you're trying to go for the 3 loots, you're unable to pick them up and take them back to the safe house because you're still doing a job at Sly with wall bombing. And then also, there's actually 5 jobs. For some reason, Bentley doesn't mention the 5th one. The thing is, for the rest of these missions, they are all Sly. Yeah, there should be 5 jobs. Yeah, you have Big House Brawl, the one which is getting murdered to the isolation chamber. The Sky's Bridge is the one that he doesn't explain. This one actually disables the security for the prison, for the isolation chamber. Then there's close to Contessa to pickpocket her. And then those two mixed together is lightning action and co-capture. Which actually I'll show in a better view once. Now I'll go for the clue bottles. And the loot. Now for pickups from guards, you can pick up pocket watches, medals, and I think you can pick up sapphires and rubies. And now here, go ahead and get the first clue bottle. Just on the safe house. And this is a slide, so just jump and circle constantly. And apparently slide does not want to grab onto this pole. Finally. Okay, maybe here I can show the binocular. Here we go. So here it is, lightning action and co-capture. Now, back to clue bottle hunting. And I botched that. Might as well phone an alarm clock just in case I need to move some guards out the way. Is there a guard up here? Yep, there's a wolf. And then there's a wolf and a statue. Man, I didn't make that. See, is that guard still there? Now, there are two ways to get into the there are some ways to get into the compound. This is one of them. You break the wood here and you crawl through. But I'm gonna save that for later. I'm gonna continue to collect the bottles in the outer area. And that's the screech of the bat. Again, it's random when they want to call to other guards. It's advised you do not get caught by them, period. And then here's the another way to get into the compound. Yeah, let's see where this goes. This is another way. Yep, this is a third way, just climbing up the poles over here. I think he can hear me break that bottle. So I'll get rid of him first. And this is the fourth passageway, I believe. Yep. Now, let's drop down. I think the hook just leads up to Contessa's house. And here's the bat. Here's the version of the bat standing still. Again, they can see you. If you get in their eyes, if you get in front of them with their eyesight, they can still detect you. They're not asleep. Well, I think he's pretending to be asleep, but he's actually awake. Awoken. Well, no, he's awake. And then, yeah, we just have this vulture here, seeing his friend die. But he's gonna go like, oh well. Now here is rushing water, which you're not able to access it unless you trigger the mission, the job to help Murray get into this isolation chamber. Now you can take damage from this actually too, as you can see, but it does like hardly any damage. Actually, I can't even go past it. I have to go the long way around. And we have a wolf. And that's this guy's bridge. Now go ahead, try a long talk. Something like looking your way. There we go. So pretty much, yeah, the alarm clock, you can manipulate the guards to look in a certain direction or lure them away from somewhere. And that's a wolf incoming. Okay. And wow, there's 5 guards at once. Actually, I should switch to my electrifying cane. Well, my electrifying ability. Okay. Safe to kill him. See if I can steal from him. Nope. Turns around instantly. Oh wow. Actually, why did I do that? I should have just took him down a little bit. Just wasted my deep bar. Oh well, just continuing. Clue ball, 1, 2. There's one up here. Oh, wait, is there a minor enemy? Yep. Which apparently I did not know that glide actually stuns slide. Well, actually stuns your character. Like when I say stun, I mean by it actually took me a bit longer to recover from the hit. Okay, now let's go get the clue bottle. Just gotta be careful not get seen by the searchlight, or else they'll shoot you off. The liar. Now for that one, you just gotta climb up. And land on the bottom. I can just drop down here. And wolf in the statue. I should have mentioned that this place is crawling thick with guards. Then again, actually, if episode 3 didn't tell you, yes, the rest of these episodes just have a lot of guards. From here on out. But as long as you're careful and you can battle good, you should be alright. As in, you won't die to them. Now, I heard a clue bottle above. Gotta make my way up to the top of this house. Let's see, that's 20 out of 30. And the thing is, I at least walked around the whole outer area with the slide. So I'm going to assume the last 10 are in the compound. And in addition to the last bottles, there are the 3 loots you can pick up. And I gotta hurry up and get his item before he turns around and sees me. Okay. The deed is done. And I just gotta go back over to the other side. So I can just enter through one of the 4 passageways. Yeah, those statue, the statue wolves are annoying. Again, they're RNG based, and when they break, they will immediately fight you, and pretty much will draw attention to the other guards. All right, now time to go into the compound. Yeah, be careful. There are a lot more. There are searchlights here, a lot of them. And again, there are still guards here. Where's that other one coming from? Ah. I might as well kill this guy. Also make noise. Now, I'm not going to bother with the loot until I get all the blue bottles. Now, I did see there's one right there. Okay, but I can't reach that from there. Let's see. Actually, okay, no, I can. And some cane swinging. Your piece of fine art. Alright, this one right below. You gotta like, jump and make sure you're have slide heading towards the ball. So we have 5 left. I hear 2 of them actually. Also, if you want to get to this other section over here, without going over the bar, the fence, you can just like crawl through there. But as you can see, there's a vulture looking at it because I killed that other vulture from the other side. There we go. Okay, there's one up there. And then just gotta head back over here to these stairs. And actually, we'll make our way up here. Okay, no. Nope, wrong wire. It's up there. There we go. Only 2 left. Now, there are no bottles in the hole where Sly is. If there was, I would have got it. Ah, there's one right down here. So no, that was wrong. There's not 10. No, so the remaining 9 are. So the remaining 9 are. There's only 9 in the compound. Unless I missed one still. Nope. There it is. Except Sly's gonna choose the rail walk all the way down here instead of the gravel pole. That's a good choice right there, Sly. So there are 9 bottles in the compound, and there are 21 in the outer area. And as I mentioned, the vault, you can find the vault. The moment you get 30 clue bottles, you can get to the vault anytime. This is the only episode where you actually don't have to do a certain job to actually open up the door or passageway to the vault. But again, without cheating, well, actually I didn't mention this. Well, I said we're going to do this with Sly, but again, this is without cheating. Like, if you didn't cheat, if you don't cheat with this, if you do not input cheat codes for this game, yeah, the only way to get to the vault is you have to have Sly episode 4. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the piece of art, the fine piece of art already. And he's gonna choose the rest. Oh, wait, now he's friendly. You can sense me trying to pick up him. This is interesting. He moves when I get near him, actually. And oh, that was close. Almost got caught with the searchlight. Okay. Let's go ahead and pick up the booby trap loot and I better kill him. Okay, I gotta make my escape. Okay, and only one guard away. Yeah, might as well take a look, see what he got. Because if you were to enter the safe house and then exit out, he may like despawn and then respawn as a different vulture. Yeah, it's possible. Now, to get boots 2 and 3. Also, run near a bat. Oh, sorry, I thought he had something shiny. Okay, he did. And, well, that's a nope. Only one more to go. And then the vault. I was like, wait, I almost forgot. Actually, I think I can just ignore them. Yeah, like I've always been doing. Oh, okay. After that epic fail, I have to, well, basically I just chose abandoned job and that took me back to the safe house. And also everything respawned again. As in all those barricades to get into the compound are back. So rather than doing what I did, let's actually just take the long way around. Okay. Yeah, simply take the long way around. Okay, now with less fail, actually get the easy find piece of artifact since it doesn't even have a timer. Okay, finally done. Let's go ahead and sell the loot. So we got 5 silver medals, 8 gold medals, 3 silver pocket watches, a gold pocket watch, a sapphire, a ruby, a ceremonial lantern, a crystal ball, and a golden orb. Now to the safe / vault. With pickpocketing involved. And he heard that. Okay. Oh wow, the vultures actually didn't hear us fighting. That's first. And whoa. Oh, that's nope. Okay. Again, in this passageway. When you press circle, the game will load you to let enter the place. Which Bentley, one fact is that Bentley can enter here too, but Bentley is unable to open. Only Sly can open the vault. So anyway, here we go.
You need an IQ of at least 140 to figure this one out. That Contessa is smarter than I thought. I believe the code is 248.
Yeah, 2 times 4 equals 8.
You've gotten the long toss move.
Yes, the long toss move. Which, fun fact, actually, this applies to Bentley too. I forgot how you cancel it. Oh, the circle button. Yeah, or triangle. Okay, X or square throws it. Okay, triangle, circle cancels. Now the long toss actually applies to Bentley too, with his trigger bomb and his other power-ups where he gets to throw projectile or item. What's interesting though is that if you play as Bentley and you press select, it actually shows the image for the long toss move. And also, the arm is actually, it shows Bentley's arm. It doesn't show Sly's arm. Okay, now where is the way to the compound? No, it's not that way. I'm trying to get to the marker to close to Contessa. Which... Actually, I guess if I go to her house, I think I should get close to it, right? Yeah. Just gotta avoid this security light. And this is part 1 of Jailbreak. Yeah, I was gonna say what's the episode name. So yeah, next time we'll start Sly's missions of Jailbreak. And then probably be able to do the operation as well. Who knows? But yeah, next time we'll be at Sly's jobs. Starting off with close to Contessa. See ya.